So I think us Simmers all can probably say that The Sims 3 Generations was one of the best expansion packs ever for any of the Sims iterations. And we all know that The Sims 4 Growing Together is coming out very soon. This is going to be a pack that is very much focused around the wider extended family gameplay. They've got more things for elders, from what it looks like, from what I can see. More family activities and just deeper relationships. And this got me thinking, I was like, do you know what? I want to build a really nice big family home for multiple generations living there. So that is what I went and done. Now, you also might know that I had very much trouble with this big house because I furnished the whole thing and then realized that my recording software did not record me furnishing the whole thing, which was very annoying. So I had to refurnish this. I had to leave this build alone for a while I was stewing in my own anger. And I've came back to it today. So that's what we're going to do. This is going to be in a speed build format. But what we're going to do after is go into the house in live mode. I'm going to introduce you to the family. And we're going to have a wander around and experience this house together. I also decided to build this in a very much English country house kind of arts and crafts kind of style. So that's what I went and did. And yeah, I'm really pleased with the results. A nice big 4-bedroom main house, and then we have a little granny bungalow off to the side of the build as well. And it's very nice indeed. So that's what we're going to do. Let's flop on over, watch the speed build of this coming together, and then we'll go and have a little tour around the actual build together. So here we go, my darlings, making the floor plan down on the bottom. I didn't really have any specific idea of how I wanted this house to look. I was building these walls and thinking about rooms that are going to be inside them and kind of building that way. I don't tend to build that way very much, and it came together quite nicely. I like the floor plan of this place. It's a big house. It's a very big house. I forget how much the actual cost was towards the end, so that will be something that we will look at going into and having a look when we're actually going around and doing the tour videos. That's what we're going to do. But yeah, I loved building this. This is in the world of Henford-on-Bagley, by the way. It's on a 50 by 40 lot. I do raise this house up on some terrain. I also put out an outdoor gym next to the outdoor swimming pool. And yeah, it all came together very nicely. Now, I had to do the roofing kind of like off of recording. So that's why I'm just planting in what I already chosen to do on these points here. And I think this changes over here. I can't remember how I do the back bit, but I do think it changes. Now, I did want a very much British-esque build. So I wanted this house to look kind of fancy but still reflecting on the household. Like all of the rooms are very catered to the people's personalities, or the Sims personalities. Especially down with the teenager. She is the goth, and her room is just, yeah, it's very, very dark and completely conflicting with the rest of the house. But the mum she's very much of a creative, and she kind of lets her kids go and find out who they want to be. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I did. And yeah, really, I had to play around with this family as well. So it's been really fun with gameplay. So we do have 2 grandparents from the mother's side. They're going to be living in the granny bungalow. We have a mum and dad, and we also have a teen, a child, and a toddler, and also a dog. There is a dog, a Saint Bernard called Polly, and she has a dream. I really wanted a dog for this lot, so I made sure to cater for having animals on this lot too. So that's what we did. Would have loved to have like a chicken run, or like one of those like little chicken houses. I forget what they're bloody called. I have no idea. Chicken pen, coop. A chicken coop. I would have loved to have put one of them on this lot somewhere, but there was just so much here that I just didn't have the room for it. So I decided to go against that. But that is not going to stop me from building more bigger family homes, especially when the new expansion comes out. So be on the looks out for when that does come out next month, my loves, because I do want to do some more. And maybe we could even build one in kind of real time rather than it being in a speed build format. Let me know what you guys think of that. So I've obviously picked all the windows and I'm going around and putting them in now. I use the windows from Cottage Living throughout the whole of this build, I think. Minus a few ones here and there, including those doors, the Bidefo doors. I changed the position of them on that conservatory area. It's not really a conservatory because it doesn't have a glass ceiling. It's more just like a summer sort of sunroom. Do you know what I mean? So I pop one of them in, and that is a very much, I'm going to keep coughing through this, so you're going to have to excuse me. Thank you. I made that room a very much family hangout space. We put in some lovely furniture. We did put in, the mum is a creative. I'm going to say she's like a painter. She's a famous artist, I would say. So I actually give her that room for her to go and be able to, you know, paint a little bit in. What else did I put in there? I can't bloody remember. Music. I don't think I put a piano in there, no. But it does look great. Oh my God, my throat is going to do my nutting. I think I'm getting poorly. And that's why I keep coughing, so you'll have to excuse me. You'll have to bloody excuse me, but I'm only human who likes to cough. Well, I don't like to cough, I just have to. Anyway, so you can see me playing around with the terrain now. I wanted this kind of like tiered level up to the main house. Over to the left here is where we put the pool and the gym area. Plus it's got showers and stuff in there too. And this bit over on the right side is a nice sweeping lawn that I put in some climbing frames, a little toddler slide, all of that kind of good stuff. But yeah, no custom content in this either. I decided to keep in this completely custom content free, but I am using most of the packs, if not all of them, throughout this build, just so I can get those creative juices flowing. But it came out really, really nicely, in my opinion. And I do love the shape of the house and how nice it is to play in. It's been really fun. It really has. So as I said, this is where we're going to be putting in the gymnasium, but I still wanted it to reflect on the character of the house. So I reckon they might have got people here to build this, but you know, where people build something and they make it look exactly like the house, or at least in the style of. I really wanted that to come across, so that's what I did. That's what I did here, and the same with the bungalow. The bungalow really blends in, or the granny annex really blends in with the build itself, which I'm very, very pleased about. Very pleased about. Can't remember if we keep this fence or not. I really don't remember if we keep it. I do like it, so maybe we do. I want it just something a little bit more, you know, posh. Can you say posh? Yeah, like posh. And I wouldn't say necessarily that this family are very posh. I reckon they're all kind of self-made. I know that the dad's a doctor as well, so the dad is earning a lot of money, and he's a little bit more serious and stuff compared to his wife and children and even his in-laws. He's very serious compared to them. So I reckon that the wife brings out the kind of fun side to him. I'm saying the wife and the husband and blah 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 like that because I've forgotten all their names, loves. I won't lie to you, I have literally forgotten all their names. So we'll learn them together when we go into the tour video as well. So this is that little granny bungalow that we're going to do just off to the right hand side of the build at the top. So it's got nice like views from here as well. It's got its own little mini garden out the front. I put in some decking and stuff. It's got views out from the back as well, where I put a little bench so they can look out over the countryside. And it's very much self-contained. It's got its own kitchen, its own bedroom, its own bathroom, and its own living area too. So yeah, I really wanted that. I really, really wanted that. If I had the money, I would definitely build something like this for my parents when they get a lot older. But alas, I don't, so I shan't. They can toodle themselves off to a nursing home. I'm joking. How evil. Aiden, stop being so evil. Don't worry, my parents would laugh at that. They're just as sick as me. But yeah, I really like how this came together. I love a little bungalow moment. I really do. And as I said, I wanted to blend it in with the style of the main house, and it just suits it perfectly. And I love in the gameplay as well. You see the older couple go into there and watch TV of an evening. Well, you know, I actually make them do that, but it just looks so cute seeing them having their own little life in there. It's just very sweet, and they all seem to come together naturally for dinner times. Like they just all, depending on who cooks, sometimes the grandparents cook, and they always tend to like congregate in the main dining room in this house, and also outside. They sit outside a lot. It is summer in my game at the minute. I usually follow the seasons with my gameplay. Is anybody else like that? I usually follow the seasons when I'm doing a bit of gameplay, which I am at the minute. I'm playing through a legacy playthrough, and I'm having so much fun with it. I really am. But I always tend to seem to follow the seasons. So in my legacy season, well, yeah, it's spring because it is getting to that point now, and I'm sick of the winter, so I've just fast forwarded it a little bit into the springtime. But yeah, I am so done with this weather. I really, really am. I am ready to whinge about how hot it is again. I'm ready to complain about it. And I can't bloody wait. I cannot wait for the summer, but you better know I'm going to be getting an aircon unit for this office for the summer, just so it's comfortable for me, so I don't miss any work and stuff, you know, and so I'm able to sit in a room and build without boiling my tits off. Yeah, that is definitely going to happen. Oh, I've just realised the bloody play button's down the bottom here. You'll have to excuse me. I'll move it away. Hopefully it'll go. There we go. But yes, landscaping now. I do quite a bit of landscaping here. Only tend to do it around the edges. There were parts of this I left out where I was moving hedges down to like cover like raised areas. I was using the tool mod to do that, and I'm doing a striped lawn. Love a striped lawn in the game. I really, really do. One thing that me and Sam, aka Hey Harry, laughed about is the fact that how much we do love a striped lawn. Me and Sam absolutely love a striped lawn. And when we were building for cottage living, when we were doing our builds for it, we would always come back to each other with it. And the sim gurus always found it funny that we did a striped lawn. And we were like, was that not a thing? Is that not a thing over in the US, like a striped lawn? It is the thing of dreams here. I mean, I don't have a lawn because I've got a courtyard, a garden, but yeah, I would love a striped lawn. Tom's dream would be to have one of those little lawn mowers that you sit in and mow the lawn that way. He would love it. He's very big into tractors. He would feel like he's a farmer. And that would be his dream. That would be his dream. So, yes. What are we talking about? Striped lawns and shit, aren't we? Anyway, here we are. We're going to do a bit of interior work now. You can see me putting the final details on the houses then, like corbels and stuff. But this is going to be the gym area. So I did want the gym interiors to be very kind of modern, really. Very conflicting to the rest of the house. The rest of the house is a big mash-up mix of different styles. But I wanted it to feel like a country house, but also like a family home. Like I wanted this warmth in there. And I think it came across really nicely. I really, really do. I always struggle with kids' bedrooms now. I just don't feel like we've got enough to furnish kids' bedrooms to look different. I'm getting a bit bored of all of the kids and toddler stuff, decorating bedrooms and things. I think they need a little bit of a revamp. And we've got packs out there for kids room pack, but how long ago was that now, you know? So maybe this new expansion pack is going to save us from that and give us some more gorgeous things, you know? So outside on the pool area, obviously I wanted a nice, again, family hangout space. So I put out lots of sun loungers so they can all come down and congregate around this area, which they were doing. They were having a little summer moment. I played through this and player tested this for a good, God, 3 to 4 hours. I was having so much fun. Me having fun with gameplay. I don't know what's going on. Even having fun with gameplay on Twitch at the minute as well, because I'm doing a rags to riches playthrough, and I've just married somebody called River, and she was very well off, so we have inherited all of her money now. I made her move in and get married to my sim, who's called Jeffrey Shoemaker. And he was homeless, and now he's absolutely thriving. We're just in the midst of redeveloping their house now. It's still on a salvage yard, and it's all made out of shipping containers, like brightly coloured shipping containers with a central courtyard area. Look at me going into a tangent about my Sims. I'm just very excited about me actually enjoying gameplay, so I'm going to ride it. And yeah, I think he had like 140,000 simoleons by the end of it, so I think we've won it. But I'm going to keep continuing on with this and maybe try and coincide this kind of like rags to riches family in with my legacy save file. I think I'm going to do that one day. If you would be interested, let me know if you want to see my legacy not gameplay. I'll just go around, show you like some of the houses that they're living in, their friends, their lifestyles. If you're interested in that, then let me know, because Talia would be absolutely made up to see you. You haven't seen her yet. You might have done on Twitch. I did make Talia on Twitch. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm still doing more things outside. Now this is obviously in front of the little bungalow, and I was like, oh, do you know what they would love? A little bit of raised decking. So that's what we do. I put up a little bit of raised decking here, and I think I put on a table and chairs there. Yeah, I do a table and chairs, but then I bring out 2 rocking chairs as well and put them out the side, out the front of the house, where I've just put those planters and up above me just now. We put the rocking chairs there instead. They were just looking a bit weird on this deck, and you can see me like looking at them like, nope, it just doesn't work there. It would work better out the front of the house, and then we can just have a nice big patio set out the front there. Maybe the grandparents have got like friends they like to invite over and stuff. So kind of feeling that indeed. I was even going to try and squeeze in 2 sets of grandparents onto this lot, but I didn't in the end. So we can just say that the husband, the father, his parents are dead. And it was indeed another tragic cowplant accident. It wasn't. I'm just making things up now. Anyway, so this is the back of the bungalow. So as I said, we actually changed the floor plan of that a little bit. I extend out the bedroom on the right hand side where that bench is. So I end up moving the bench over to the left side because the bedroom just wasn't big enough. So I end up moving that. So they've still got a nice bench that they can sit out and overlook the kind of countryside landscape. But I had to change it. And yeah, it came together nicely. Now it's out on the back patio area. So big family hangout space once again. I wanted to make sure there was quite a few activities out here. So they can come out, sit down. But I also do a little growing area too. I do a little growing patch where I think the mum's a bit more into the like green fingered, but I've also made the daughter kind of have an interest in it too, like the teen daughter. She loves kind of nature and stuff, and I gave her that interest too. So maybe she does a bit of it too. Dad couldn't give a shit. He's absolutely not bothered about outside things. He would rather be in his office studying up the latest sim like ailment or disease. He's a lot more, as I said, he's a lot more serious than them. And it's going to be fun with that new option with The Sims 4 Growing Together, where you can have like, you can set their relationships in CAS. I'm kind of interested in seeing how that's going to work. So maybe he could have not conflict with them, but they're just so different. There's like kind of like no, I don't know, and not even like no relationship. He's a good man. He's a very good man. He's a good dad. But I don't know, some kind of drama. Let's just leave it as that. Some kind of drama. And I decided on doing a little patio area just out the front of out the back onto the right where we are here. And that comes straight from the office. But I also end up putting in a pair of slidey doors from the playroom as well. There is a huge children's playroom on the ground level of this house. So I end up putting doors out from there as well. That's what we did. And we're into the living room, so you can see some of the wallpapers and stuff that we're going for in here. And as I said, an eclectic mix of things. So it's not necessarily something like that you could imagine being in, I don't know, Architecture's Digest, one of them. It's not something like that. I just wanted it to be a family home where everything was very comfy. Maybe they accumulated different pieces of furniture over time. Wallpaper's been up since like the early 90s, like that kind of vibe. And I think it came across really nicely this way. Ignore the arches. I get rid of those kind of like peaked arches. They just weren't fitting in. You'll see, I just go for the normal ones. I go for the normal base game ones. It just wasn't fitting into everything that I was doing in here, the style and stuff. I used them first off because this reminded me of like a Tudor-esque kind of house. But yeah, we get rid of them. We get rid of them and go for normal arches. Arches. Anyway, so kitchen. Not a huge kitchen considering the size of this house. Like, I reckon this family love their food. I reckon the mum loves to cook. The dad loves to cook as well. I've made sure to, that's something that he really enjoys doing. So I wanted a kitchen that was big enough for a family to all cook together, but not the kind of main focus of the house. The main focus of the house is the family hangout kind of sunroom that you'll see in a minute, but also the living area and dining room. The dining room is quite big too. But again, semi-dated with this. I still wanted it to look like, I don't know, not that it would not smell, but you know, just that feeling when you go into an older house and it's just got that smell, the wood, and I want it to feel that kind of way from how I built it in a computer game. But you know what I mean. Do we all think this way when we build? I know I do. I'm just a little bit of a weirdo when it comes to finer details, especially if it's just in my own head. But yeah, really cute. I really do like this kitchen, and as I said, everything is player tested, so you will know that everything works when you do get this and flop it into your game. I can't remember how many bathrooms we do downstairs. I think it may be just the one bathroom, but then there are 2 more bathrooms upstairs, and they are all full bathrooms as well. They're not kind of en suites or anything. I did 2 full bathrooms upstairs just because it's quite long upstairs and there's a lot of bedrooms up there. So 2 bedrooms to 1 bathroom. It kind of made sense to me on either end. So that's what I did. Putting down Polly's dog. I love the way that I remember the dog's name and none of the families. I mean, that's just me as a person. Dogs are better than humans. What can I say? So, yeah, there we are. Anyway, here we are in that hangout sunroom. So I wanted to use some like terracotta tiles in here. And I think, I used them in the kitchen as well. So again, going for that more dated feel with this house. Lots of exposed brick everywhere. And lots of base game panelled wallpaper too. That kind of really made an appearance in this house. Yeah, very nice. Quite a bit of base game in this build as well. Especially on the exterior and stuff. Minus the windows. So, yeah. Very, very pleased with it. So, yeah. So, what else have they got in here? So, as I said, she is a painter. So, she has got, like, her canvases all stacked up. It's just a nice little family hangout space, you know. I even put the dog bed in here as well. You don't see that. I actually squeeze it in off of camera. But I put the dog bed in this room. So, I reckon this is where the dog comes to sleep at night. Music as well. I reckon this is quite a big musical household. In the way that they all love to listen to music and they're all very much into music. Not so much playing it. There is a piano. I put a piano in the dining room. So maybe at one point they have piano lessons. I would love a bit of like piano lesson gameplay. Imagine like a little piano teacher coming around to teach your sim how to play the piano. That would be amazing. I would love that. I used to play the piano. But it's just something that I gave up. I'd love to get back into it again. I would love to get back into it again. Sorry, I'm itching my arm here. I've got a bit of an itch. But yeah, let me know if any of you guys play the piano out there. In fact, don't, because I'll be jealous. No, I'm joking. Please do if you wish. So, into the dining room. So this is where we put in that grand piano. Is that from My Wedding Story? Is that piano? It is. I'm very excited about the new expansion as well, because it finally looks like we have an upright piano. Now, I'm also worried about that because I have noticed the swatches to this upright piano, 2 of them so far, and they're very brightly coloured, won't go with anything, kind of vile. Yeah, I was going to say kind of style, but kind of vile. And you know how much I hate that with many of the other Sims packs on how they don't go together and how garish it all is. So I hope we get some neutral, like wood tones, black and a white one. I hope that happens. I really do. Really do. Nice big dining room. You heard what I said, like this is definitely like a lot bigger than the kitchen and stuff. But again, I wanted this family vibe being through this house. Really did. But very happy with the floor plan. Really happy with the floor plan. Office loves. So this is the office. So I made it look like you could have people over to talk things over. So maybe he's a doctor in some specialist way, lots of degrees. And he sees patients outside of his practice. Maybe he brings them over to discuss like treatments or stuff like that. So I wanted this room to feel that way, like he could have someone in his office discussing that. So that's why I put those like 2 chairs up against the actual desk area and just made it feel very comfortable in here with a fire and stuff behind him. I mean, that's goals, isn't it? Imagine having an office with a massive fireplace behind you. That would be a dream. Oh, that would look great in videos as well, wouldn't it? Especially around Christmas time. Oh, anyway. So you can see I've put that slidey door. Why is the playroom furnished? Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dearie me. We've definitely not furnished the playroom yet. I don't know where that clip is. Maybe it's after this. Maybe it's not. If it's not, I'm very sorry. Oh, it is. Look, it's here. Ta-da! I think I put them the wrong way around because there's nothing out the back now. Oh, apart from a paddling pool. But just a little area for the kids to come out. Like if they want to get out and get some fresh air. And they don't want to go out into the big garden. They've got access out from their big playroom. That's got everything in it that you will need. Dollhouse. Chemistry set, creative tables. I even do that brick table and stuff in here. I'm searching for something at the minute. I think it's that base. Yeah, this one here, that lovely. I still love that base game bookcase for kids' bedrooms and stuff and nurseries. I love that. More of that, please. Thank you. And I put up that parenthood board up on here as well for curfews and stuff for the kids. So maybe even some of these kids are like homeschooled. Oh, I would love if that was a thing in The Sims as well. Like you could homeschool your children. That would be great. There's probably a mod out there for that, isn't it? Yeah, but they're probably going to do an expansion like preschool or whatever it's called, primary school in the UK. Primary school, the primary school pack, and then they would just sit there, and we'd have to just watch a sim talking at the front of the classroom for an hour, and then they would go and leave and have some lunch, and then come back and do it again. You can tell how much I didn't enjoy the gameplay from high school years. I was disappointed. What can I say? Oh, and a little puppet area in here as well. The younger daughter, she is very creative. But she's also a bit of a nerd here and there as well. She loves her books. I'm a nerd, I can say this. And she loves her video games. She loves dressing up. I wanted that kind of vibe with the younger sibling, so that's what I did. That is exactly what I did. Now we are furnishing a bathroom. I think we're upstairs. We are. There is a bathroom downstairs, but I didn't show you how I furnished it. Whoop, whoop, don't worry, we're going to see everything in a tour. But this is the bathroom upstairs. So this is one of the main bathrooms. I only show you how I furnish one of them. God, I'm itching. I don't know why. I only show you how I furnish one of them, just because you guys know me. Bathrooms bore me to tears. But we go for a little bit more of a semi-updated vibe with them. So maybe they did have their bathrooms kind of updated in all of the same style as well. This black and white kind of vibe. Full baths in each of them and a full shower in each of them too. Because they were big rooms, this is a big house. It allowed me to do that. I did think about doing an ensuite for the master bedroom, but the master bedroom was big enough in itself that I didn't really want to. Even though it is one of the smallest rooms in the house, it's the one off to the left here. Yeah, I didn't want to like connect this bathroom in and make that an ensuite. I was like, no, do you know what? I'm going to have that as a main bathroom too. And then the other rooms get a use out of it as well. I was putting up this shelf and I was like, didn't we have a new shelf? And I remembered it was the one from that awful bathroom clutter pack that came. It's not for me. It's not for me, that pack. It's just really, really not. I don't understand why they did it, to be honest. We should have just had a big cluttered, I don't know, game pack or expansion. I would have been happy. So, so here we are. Here we are into the master suite. Again, dated rugs, like very classic furniture. Nothing's been kind of like developed. This would be maybe even a good project for you guys to maybe go ahead and develop this a bit further, maybe with some custom content, you know. The choice is up to you. Now, a very conflicting bedroom. The teenage daughter is very much into the Victorian goth aesthetic. I had this in my head when I was kind of making this character, and I wanted the room to be a big juxtaposition from the whole house. So that's why it is. It's in this really, really dark. But she loves it. She loves coming and sitting here writing out her poetry and listening to. She loves classical music and metal, but she loves classical music. She types on a typewriter. She's writing a novel at the minute. Yeah, I had this like feeling in my head when I was making this character, and I wanted her room to be completely different to the rest of the house. That's what happened. And wait until you see the teen as well. She is so gorgeous. You are going to absolutely love her. And I just love this beautiful family that we've got going on in here. Can't wait for you to meet them. So, children's bedroom, the child's bedroom. Bit of a nerd, bit of a creative soul. I reckon she puts on a lot of shows and things like that. So I wanted her to have her own kind of like indoor theatre. So you see that I used that projector on the sheet. I sized it down and put it in her bedroom, and it works great. Like even the adults were coming in here and like watching the movies and stuff with her. It was just adorable. It really, really was. But a huge room for a kid. But I just wanted lots of playful elements. And the kids' bedrooms, well, the kids' bedroom and the toddler's bedroom are definitely a lot more modern than the rest of the house. They've been a little bit more updated. So I kind of had that in my head as well. Maybe they updated this house when they found out they were pregnant, blah, 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 blah. And with the toddler's bedroom, I've actually put an extra single bed in there as well. One of the reasons in my head was maybe the toddler has trouble sleeping and wakes up in the night, so the mum just likes to be close rather than walking all the way from the other end of the house. But also, this was a kind of guest bedroom before the toddler was born, so I didn't really go ahead and put in loads of stuff in here. But yeah, it kind of came together really, really nicely indeed. Anyway, we are finished now. So let's get over and meet that family. So here we are, my darlings. We are at this wonderful generations family home that I'm very, very pleased with how it come out. And we're going to have a little tour around together, and we're also going to introduce all of the Sims that are living here. We'll start off with the grandparents. We've got Marie Cutler. Now, she is a definite kind of free spirit. She is a bit of a goofball, the same as Desmond. Desmond and these two fell in love, I reckon, maybe back in like the 60s, and are absolutely still in love with each other. And they decided to move in with their daughter because they wanted to watch their grandchildren and grow up and stuff. And I love the vibe of that. They've got their little tea set out there. Why don't you make a cup of tea, darling? Make yourself a cup of tea. So let's have a little introduction to the other rest of the family. We'll go over here first. What are you doing? Oh, here we are. Well, here we are. Names. This is Matthew. Matthew Cutler, the husband. Oh, it's very loud. We're going to pause. Matthew Cutler and this is the toddler. He's called Oscar. I mean, have you ever seen anything more adorable in your life? Not at all. These are the only two redheads in the family. The other two take after the mum. Like more darker complexions, curly hair, definitely more Afro textured hair as well. You haven't met the mum yet. And you can't meet Alana either, because Alana's in there doing her puppet show. So we'll go over to meet the mum first. Now she's here absolutely cracking out a bit of masterpiece. This is Rosalind. I'm going to say Rosalind's definitely got Spanish ancestry. So I reckon she's very much big into Spanish culture, that kind of vibe. So maybe that comes through in her art as well. Kind of feeling that for us. Right, teen. This is Scarlett. Scarlett is up here just banging out to some metal. I'm sorry. Can we, shh. Yep, we're turning off Scarlett. I'm so sorry. But this is the beautiful Scarlett. I mean, I don't know what it is about Scarlett. I just think she's an absolute queen. I absolutely love her. I can totally see myself being friends with Scarlett. But I don't think art is her, forte, shall we say. Definitely not. I'm going to pause it. For now, and I'm going to do a tour. We're going to have a little tour around, and then we'll crack on and see what else I can say about the family and introduce you to the ones that you haven't met yet. So, out here in the garden, nice big steeping lawn. I also put in a picnic table under the tree. So maybe the family comes down here and has a little picnic under the big great oak. Kind of feeling that vibe. I reckon all of their names are scratched into the bark of the tree. You know, that kind of father of the bride moment. So yeah, little area for the kids to kind of play and I was just about to say swim, slide. They can swim over here though. Swimming area. It's got lots of outdoor space, sun lounges and whatnot. The indoor gym, as I said, pretty self-explanatory, with its own bathroom in here as well, so they can get showered up after they have a swim. Absolutely stunning. Should we go around the back now? No, we'll go in through the front door first. So you come in through here, through into the main entrance. So this is the main entrance hall, and this way, off to the right here, we have a dining area. Should have put the fires on, but it is the summer, with a big, huge grand piano going in here as well. Did I say a fire area or dining area? Well, they're both, aren't they, to be honest? Little store cupboard in here as well, just with all the bits and bobs that families do accumulate, including two rather lovely hoovers. Out through this way, just a hallway. Nothing special going on in here. I think this is the toilet. So there is a full bath down here as well. A little bit more dated, this one. I wanted the pieces to not kind of reflect the more modern pieces that we've used upstairs. I say modern, matching. Anyway, I'm waffling. Into the main living area. So into the main living area this way, but you can also access the kind of family hangout room through that way, which is nice. You are going into your office. This is obviously the wonderful little office here for Matthew. As I said, with access out onto the little decking area. But the majority of this is used for the kids, and this is the children's play area in here. Yes, it is indeed. I mean, just adorable. Just adorable for gameplay. And then you come through this way. I was wondering who the hell that was, and it's a painting. She's come to admire her daughter's work. Oh, I'm for it. A family entertaining hangout room. I reckon they're in here on evenings, drinking margarita out on the front patio, just having a good old catch up with mum, you know. Oh, I'm for that. I do love that painting. Isn't that a famous American painting of some kind? I think it is. And then out here, oh, there's a violin out here. I don't know what you're doing here, my love. Maybe, did one of the Sims move that here? That wasn't supposed to be here. That's supposed to be in there. But, yeah, Anyway, so as I said, nice big bit of family entertaining space out the back here. I do think that's very, very cute. Very, very cute indeed. And before we go upstairs, we're going to go into the granny cottage, the granny annex, whatever you would like to call it. It's got access down on the front lawns here as well. I wanted to make sure of that, even though the Sims just run straight through this hedge anyway. There is an oven there and a fridge. Damn, how did I not notice that? I've been playing with this for ages. I did not notice that there is an oven and a fridge out in the front lawn area. You'll have to excuse me. But there it is, you know, and it is the same ones we've used in here as well. I've been playing for hours. I've not even seen that. Kitchen into the little granny annex. I do like this kitchen. It feels very homely. Do love it indeed. And then this one here, a little dining room nook. I was worried that they weren't going to be able to like get round to this table and stuff, but they can get round it fine. And like a little, I don't know what that is. I think that might be a roof piece. So we'll just ignore that. A little living area where they can sit nestled by the fire, doing a bit of knitting and whatnot. Very much for that indeed. What are you doing in here? Everybody meet Polly. Oh, Polly, what are you doing in here? Oh, you're very beautiful. Very beautiful. She's very close to the oldies as well, but she is a bit of a couch potato, so maybe that's why. Anyway, into the main bedroom of the granny annex. Very much loving that. Very much loving that indeed. And then out here we come into the hallway, and you go into their bathroom as well. Full bath, got everything that you would need in there. Bloody gorgeous, absolutely stunning. But I just think it's cute. I just don't know why it just looks so cute to me, having a little bungalow off to the side of this like big house. It's adorable. Anyway, let's go upstairs, shall we? So up the stairs, winding around this way, you come out onto a big landing, and it goes all the way back to there as well. All the way back. It's got some storage and stuff out here, but I didn't really litter anything on top of these. But I don't know, maybe you could put in something, I don't know, an ornament of some kind. Into the main bedroom. So this is the main bedroom, the parents' room. It's smaller. It's definitely smaller, but it has got two built-in like big wardrobes as well. So they've probably got a lot of storage and stuff in there. And as I said, a bit dated here and there. Colors like don't match in places, but I wanted that vibe for this house. It's not how I like to build really, but I like it when it tells the story. Into one of the lovely bedrooms and bathrooms. So this is one of the main bathrooms. You're going to see a lot of that in the next one as well, because it's exactly the same. And then over onto the other side of the house, plus the stairway. This is where the other bathroom is. So this kind of houses all of this lot in here. And I have put potties everywhere for the toddler as well, but I just can't remember where I've put them. There is about 3 in this house though, so keep an eye out. Into the child's bedroom, so into Alana's room. I think that was her name, I can't remember. Just a really cute little room, I think. Nice little style, this. And I've just realised for some reason my desk chair and little PC that I gave her is completely gone. I've no idea what that is. I'll make sure to put them back in before I get up on the gallery. But anyway, cute. Loves it. Where are we going first? We're going to go in here into the teen's bedroom. So again, a conflicting style. But she absolutely loves it. And I do as well. I mean, I'm for it. I do like this bed. I like that bed from high school years. I just think it fits in quite well in this room. Very nice. She's absolutely for it. I am not for that portrait, I will not lie. But yeah, very cute. And then over onto this side into the final room. And it's the kind of toddler room. Now, as I said, I wanted it to kind of look like it's just been shoveled around a bit. It was a guest room here and there. So maybe they got rid of the wardrobes and just they're slowly starting to make this into a toddler room and develop it with their personality. So there's not like a whole lot in here, to be honest with you. But I'm kind of for it. Let's give you a little bird's eye view of the floor plan, just in case you wanted to copy along to this. I'm probably going to need to go around about there, aren't I? Round about there, and then down onto the ground floor levels. I just think it flows through really nicely. Very nicely indeed. Now, we did not meet. Here she is. So, this is the wonderful Alana. Now, Alana is hard of hearing, so I gave her the new medical wearables that came with one of the latest updates with The Sims. I just really wanted to reflect that and portray. I love that she's got wellies on with her dress as well. Very much for you. And, oh no, we've already met Polly. I was just about to say I wanted you to meet Polly too, but there's Polly. You don't need to meet her anymore. But yeah, you'll have to let me know if you enjoyed this house. I definitely, as I said, want to build in some more kind of generations way of thinking households. I want to build a bit more like that, especially with the upcoming expansion. So let me know what you would like to see. Definitely want to do some more British inspired stuff. But I am open to suggestions. I really am. I'm going to leave you now. I have waffled on for far too long. I hope you have the most lovely weekends, my darlings. And I will see you all on Tuesday. Goodbye.